G'day guys, Blue here. Welcome back on a very fine looking evening here in Sandrock. Hope you guys are doing well. In the previous episode, we had just finished up right over here in front of Sandrock City Hall, the fireside meeting where Mayor Trudy, well, aside from Coop's suggestion that she should be mayor for life and established a new Sandrock order, she also announced that we are actually going to have a quinquennial Free Cities meeting, and that's actually going to be hosted here in Sandrock. So exciting times, I guess. In the next few days, we're going to see us sort of prepare for said event. But aside from that, we do have a couple of other side quests that we do need to get into. I'm a little bit worried about the timing of all of this, especially with the fashion show that Pablo that Pablo wants to hold. So yeah, we'll see how we go in terms of timing all of it. It all seems to be happening all at once, and I'm gonna try my best to sort of spread things out a little bit. Just before we go home though, I feel like I just want to check in on the shop a little bit more here. I just want to see if I can buy a few staples, like salt. And I don't know if we're running out of any of the other stuff, but that looks good. Right. And I also wanted to see if... I think I may have bought the wall lamp already. I do need to check in every now and then with Avio's place to make sure that I can buy the wall lamp. I feel like I do need quite a few wall lamps for the house. Let's also stock up on a few more staple crops that we are trying to grow, so we can obviously continue growing. Tomatoes, maybe? And yeah, now we can probably go home. It is getting rather late. We do still have a tiny bit of our stamina remaining, but I think we've done most of the stuff that we can do in Eufaula Salvage and around our home, so we may end up actually just going to sleep pretty quickly. I've just noticed that at night you can actually see the lights from Katori World. That's kind of cool. Alright, so what is there for us to do right now? Well, I would say that we should focus on trying to get Mian and Nia's business up and running. So I think there's a few things, or maybe one or two things, that we need to craft for that. Well, it's just the one thing. A display case, and that's done from the advanced assembly station. So let's actually look into what we need. Hopefully we have everything we need actually, so and it won't be too difficult. There's, yeah, a few other question marks here, which we haven't really discovered yet. Actually, if I quickly look back, are there any other things that we haven't discovered? It doesn't look like it, so it's just the three remaining things. Anyway, the display case. Let's actually do this. Hopefully we have everything. It seems like we might actually have everything that we need. And there you go. So display case is done. And I guess we're gonna have to install it. No, we do need to speak to Nia about it though. Righto, so before going to sleep, let's just check on all of our machines and make sure everything's operating well. Probably need to load this up a little bit more. And how about the furnaces? Keep going with more copper bars. Marble brick. Maybe zinc titanium alloys, but I guess we can't really do anything at the moment. Let's make some rubber rings. And copper pipes. And this one we can maybe do silver wire and perhaps chromium steel bearings. Why not? Why not? Okay, things are looking good. And so does the farm, so we don't really have too much going on tonight. Even the animal pens are all done. I was thinking about making some more brand bait, but I guess we don't really need to do that. Speaking of, perhaps I do need to feed the worms? No. The worms are all fed. Okay, nothing left to do but go to sleep, I guess. I do have a skill point to spend. Maybe I'll just quickly do that right now. Into combat. Alright, that seems fine to me. If I get more points, I'm just going to, you know, chuck them in. It's not like I really care too much about those skills. I haven't really used the spear ever. Yeah, our home is still very, very empty, isn't it? I really would like to continue to decorate it as much as possible. I thought I already had the wall lamp. Oh, yes, here we go. We've got another 3. So I think it makes sense to have one right there, and then another one right here as well. And then perhaps maybe even more on this side. I just don't know where. Plus the wall lamps do actually get in the way of placing down other decorations, so do have to consider that as well. I think it might make sense to have some wall lamps that are set up like on either side. We might actually have more of these chandelier looking things. Let's see. Ceiling bar lights, hanging chandelier. Yeah, these actually look quite bright, don't they? That doesn't look too bad. But yeah, I do need to go to Avio's to buy even more lights, so we'll definitely do that. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure about this one here. We might move that, or maybe get rid of it entirely.
Big news! Let's get over to City Hall. I'll explain more there. Hello! Hello, everyone.
You're here! Welcome!
Indeed, this will be our guild's finest hour.
Grace, tell them what you told me.
With pleasure, Madam Mayor. I must confess, I've been keeping something from you all since I got back. So unlike me, right? Before my retirement, I was fortunate enough to be able to brush shoulders with some of the higher-ups. One conversation led to another, and eventually, the topic of the Alliance's next Defense Commission came up.
Defense Commission. Interesting.
Long story short, they want Sandrock to build the next Alliance airship.
What? It's not like we're some kind of military, like, town/base. How are we gonna build an airship?
The legendary 6-star commission.
6-star commission?
Ooh.
Okay.
Ah. But wait. An airship? I thought the Alliance usually used Tall Sky and Vega 5 workshops to build their planes and airships.
I'm afraid they'll be of no use this time, as this airship will be built like no other. You see, back during the defense of Sandrock, while the Builder and the Civil Corps were down in the thick of it, I wasn't just up on that Duvos ship playing hide and seek. I managed to nab a copy of their newest Victor-class airship plans.
I really have to say, though, I am disappointed.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I thought he'd be like jumping for joy.
You're not impressed? Duvos engineering is known for its frightening advancements.
Frightening indeed. Have you seen wiring designs in the engine room? And granted, some of it is cutting edge, but based on what you told me the other day, Grace, I'd just been hoping it'd be a bit more advanced.
Gee, Director. Sorry my stolen secret plans from behind enemy lines aren't good enough for you. Guess you'll just have to design your own airship.
No, that won't be necessary. I can simply make some adjustments. Your performance has been quite adequate. Thank you, Miss Grace.
You're welcome.
Quick question? Yeah, so you all called me here to tell me you want to build a warship? How can I put this? I think there might be a little bit of scripture on almost every page that says we shouldn't do that. So, yeah.
I'm sort of with Burgess here. Like, do we really want to be contributing to the war effort? Making ships of death. I mean, it sounds cool, but still, if we plan on living in peace, I guess you should be preparing for war even in peace, though, as they say, Sun Tzu and all of that.
That brings me to my next point. I don't want to see a Duvos-inspired warship floating around our fair city either. I've called upon our horticultural specialist to help install this airship with some greenification technology.
Now that's more like it. Shooting tree seeds out of the ship to just continually plant forests everywhere.
We're going to make it our own, inside and out. You can count on us, Mayor.
I'll bet we can use the weapon tech to just shoot algae and seeds instead.
I called it.
Have it fly over new planting grounds?
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
We can go 50-50 on the cannons.
Sounds like we're all on the same page.
50-50 on the cannons. I like it.
Let's talk logistics. Director, take it away.
Indeed. The first thing we'll need is a couple of the powerful engines from the Starship ruins. Obviously not the ones on the Olympia, as they were destroyed, but I've seen a few other smaller ones on my expeditions there. At the time, I opted against procuring them as I'm not strong. Such a procurement might easily be accomplished by someone powerful like the builder, though. I'll tell you about it later. Once I have the engines in hand, I'll spend a short time studying them and the Duvos design, where Sleepyhead and myself will make engineering tweaks for them to be modded into a better ship.
I forgot to ask, how did you get Mint here on such short notice?
Space Case here sent me a telegram saying, "Emergency, come, now," without any context. Since I was invited to the summit celebration anyway, I thought I'd come early.
Okay, that's kind of typical Chi.
I'd wanted to elaborate more in the telegram, but it would have taken too long to type it out. It was better to explain in person. Besides, I really do need your help. You're the best engineer I know.
Ooh, that's big praise.
No worries, everyone. I'm here now. Glad to be of service.
Yes, back to the plan. I want to emphasize that an airship is considered the pinnacle of our current scientific and engineering capability, so suffice to say, it'll be a massive undertaking for everyone involved. The main components will be the airship itself, the area spray requested by the botanists, and the construction pad. We'll need the construction pad first before the airship can be assembled. How would you like to divide the labor, Commissioner?
I think we'll keep feeding the hot hands. Builder will build the airship. Me and can handle the spray. The other builders around Sandrock, myself included, will complete the construction pad first.
You got it. Just need a diagram.
On it!
And I suppose Miss Heidi will be designing the pad?
Already on the drawing board.
We've become quite the team, haven't we? Well, look at us. One of the biggest projects in the Free Cities just dropped into our laps, and we're ready to dive right into it.
I can attest, even in Tall Sky, you'd be hard-pressed to assemble a team as capable as this.
While we're all here like this, I'd just like to say, I've never been more proud to be a Sandrocker than right now. It's been an honor. But let's save our celebrations for the party. If we work quickly, the airship will be ready in time to take our guest on its maiden voyage.
Sounds doable.
I calculate a high probability of success.
Think we can do it.
We can totally do it.
I have faith in everyone.
Me too! No surprise there, I guess.
It'll be the Sandrock Commerce Guild's finest hour.
I'd say it's a done deal too, right?
It shall be done. Well, don't plan around this thing. Yeah, we can do it.
That's right!
All right then. I think that about settles it. Let's get to it.
So, about the engines, they're in the Starship abandoned ruins. Some are completely buried, so I had no chance of getting them out. Once you have them, bring them to me and Sleepyhead, and I'll get to work. Thanks.
Alright, I guess that's the first step then. Just fetching that
Hello.
engine.
You look well today. I actually came by to ask a favor. As you're aware, we're planning for the Alliance Summit. I've already gone over the government invitation list, but I was wondering if you wouldn't mind helping me get a head count for invitations from people around town. I feel like if I ask everyone, it's a little too official. Most folks would be a bit more comfortable if you handled the surveying. Do you mind?
Yeah, sure, I'll handle it.
Thank you. And, well, I must admit some ulterior motives. I don't believe anyone can resist your charm. Just run around and ask whoever comes to mind. Then check in when you have anything to report.
Okay. I wonder if we have to sort of just like convince people to come to the celebration. I wonder what these guys are chatting about.
I did not think anything of this fashion show when I first heard about it, but Pablo assured me of the inexorable link between fashion and scientific development. That only since the old world scientists felt confident were they able to... It was a lot more compelling when he said it.
Okay. A lot of people seem to be very excited about that one particular tree up on the mountain. I find it somewhat odd. There are tens of thousands of other trees exactly like it out there now.
See you later.
Alright, let's get going. Everyone seems to have left anyway, but there is an air of excitement around town here with the quinquennial get-together happening. There's all sorts of different quests that we can now pick up as well. I'm guessing all connected to either the airship or the big get-together. So yeah, it'd be interesting to speak to all of these people about it. I suppose I shouldn't progress to the next day until we have actually spoken to everyone. So, Nia?
Oh, you're already done. Mian and I are almost done as well, and we're all set to open in 3 days. Don't forget to stop by and show my business some love. If you can't make it during the day, no worries. Mian and I plan to have a celebratory dinner at 6 p.m. on that day at the Blue Moon. I'd love to have you there. I can't wait for our mini botanica to open. It may not be much, but it's something I can call my own. It'd make my ma and pa proud. Probably your parents as well. Oh, hey! I just ran into the mayor. You're going around and asking about invites, yeah? Ooh, you're asking me now too? Well, I'd invite my folks, but they're in Seaside. Like, what? I mean, I always said they should travel, but I meant Portia or here. The moment I leave and they head for Seaside. That's like 1,000 leagues the opposite way. Hey, you should invite your folks. They're kind of like my second pair of parents, so you'd be doing everyone a favor.
Yeah, well, I really miss them. So maybe we can invite them.
Well, yeah. When's the last time you saw them? You must be homesicker than that one wind turbine that blew halfway up to Barnarock. You remember when that happened? Yeah. Tell Trudes your rents are going on the list. Oh, and tell your ma to cook those pork chops I like. I know this isn't a potluck. Who cares?
Alright. Yes, I forgot about the whole display thing. But, I guess the shop is actually going to open in 3 days, so wait for opening day. I think she said 3 days, right? So, is it on the calendar? Not exactly. Okay. Let's hit up some of the other... Oh, actually, the other question marks must all be about whether or not people are coming to the party, basically. Yeah. Makes sense. Avio?
Oh, what a pleasant surprise! Have you come to celebrate with me?
You know, I haven't spoken to Avio in a very long time, I feel.
Yes, it was just yesterday that Bite the Stairs and the Ceramic Gate reached a combined profit of 100,000 goals! Isn't that amazing? I never really thought we'd make it this far. But, with wonderful friends like you, sure enough, here we are.
Well, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. I've been wearing this smile ever since we crunched the numbers. I'm even smiling in my sleep. And every moment I'm here at the store as well. Which has been good. Customers always appreciate a nice smile coming their way. Oh, that's right. The big summit. Invitations? Wow. I guess I gotten so caught up with the business it all just slipped my mind. Who to invite? Well, I'm afraid I can't really think of anyone. Everyone back home is pretty tied up at the moment.
Any business partners or anyone you'd like to thank?
Does anyone fit that particular description? Oh, how could I forget? We should invite Mr. Musa.
Ooh, yeah, that is a good idea.
I had meant to write him a letter, thank him, tell him how we're doing, but... well, I guess I kept hearing this little voice in my head like, "You're small cabbages, Albio. Musa isn't going to want to hear about any cabbages." But 100,000, that's a pretty big milestone, right? Certainly surpasses cabbage money. You want to hear about that, right?
Cabbage money. Sure.
Yes. If you would, please add Musa's name to the guest list. Of course, he might be busy, but you never know.
I reckon I have a sneaking suspicion he'll show up. Alright, cool. Let's speak to Heidi and Ernest. I'm guessing Ernest is maybe going to invite people from his newspaper? Possibly? Yeah, everyone's gonna be here. And I guess we get to actually see our parents.
Ah, invitations for our big Sandrock open house? Or what was it we're calling it? Summit celebration? Well, sure, Sandrock has been an integral part of my career, if nothing else. I'd love to help make this event better in any way I can. I could invite the folks, but this really is developing into more of a meet and greet, businessy type events, isn't it? There are my friends at Atara Times, and also all the people who are always writing in to ask how Sandrock is doing. We've got quite a following over there now, in case you didn't know. I've got it! I'll ask my sister to come visit and make an appearance. There's very little I can think of that would garner more attention for our event, other than the leaders meeting, and having the world-renowned Luna on the guest list.
Okay. Luna. His sister, I forget. I think his sister is like some kind of superstar, pop idol or something like that.
Maybe I can even convince her to perform.
Ooh, that'd be a good idea.
It's settled then. I'll telegraph her immediately. Please, put her name on the guest list. Thank you.
Alright, you know, every time we interact with Ernest, a lot of the sort of later bespoke dialogue that we've got for him, it seems a little bit low quality. I'm guessing that was probably done during the COVID years, and perhaps maybe it wasn't really done at a studio, and therefore the quality of the audio is not so good. Again, unlikely that the devs are watching this playthrough, but if there's any feedback to be given, I would say redoing some of Ernest's dialogue would be really, really good. In fact, there's a lot of, I guess, dialogue where it's not recorded either. Perhaps maybe they could even do a patch where they add actual audio dialogue for certain things.
Hey there! Oh, who am I inviting to the party? Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't send an invite over to Albert and Mint and Portia. They helped us on our way up. We gotta show them where we made it to now. And who knows, they might have ideas for where to go next.
Albert and Mint in Portia. Yeah, okay. Well, Mint is already here, though.
Staying good with our friends in Portia is a must. They're our close neighbor. And there've got to be tons of ways we can help each other out now that the road is done.
Any personal friends to invite?
Personal friends, eh? Yeah, I'd be lying if I said it hadn't crossed my mind. I did want to ask Master Verna to come see what all we've done here.
Master Verna. I think I remember us having a heart-to-heart about some of the advice that she gave to her, and that I think we told her to do her own thing, and that Master Verna wasn't exactly, you know, didn't exactly give like the best advice, I think.
But that'd be kind of petty, wouldn't it? I didn't come back here just to prove something to an old teacher. I came here because I knew it was the right thing to do.
I support whatever you want to do.
Hey, appreciate you. To heck with it. Yeah, let's put her on the list. Worst thing she can do is ignore us. Or, well, show up and make a scene. But I can handle that. Yeah, there are a lot of things that could go right with this. Master does have major connections in Atara. If she has fun out here, well, who knows? Thanks for spitballing with me. Go ahead and put her on the list.
Sweet. Okay. And yeah, let's give this a go. You know, since we're here, we should, you know, do our best to dethrone Heidi. She's been on top of the list for way too long. Come on. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if there's like a trick to this. You know, I feel like actually looking that up and seeing if there's any advice people can give us online about how to get to number 1. Anyway, we do need to just report back to Trudy about what we've learnt from the various people in Sandrock about the invite list, but we don't really need to do that like immediately, right? So let's take a look at the list of things that we need to do. We need to recover the spaceship engines. Then there's Pablo's stuff. So we need to make this runway. I'm thinking that because this is a main quest line, there's probably less likelihood that this is going to expire, and therefore it's maybe a little bit safer for us to get the runway started. So yeah, maybe I'll actually report back to Trudy after all. What time is it? It's still quite early in the morning. Let me pick up some commissions, actually. And then we'll go around town doing commissions, and we'll be able to hopefully meet Trudy along the way. My goodness, there's so much stuff going on here for the event. A lot of 5-star commissions. Yeah, I guess the commissions go all the way up to 5-star, and then they're like super special stuff. That is considered to be a 6-star commission. Anyway. We'll pick up all of these ones because they don't count. And now we should be able to do some of the other stuff as well, so... I wonder if that's actually a good strategy of making a lot of money, where you just don't progress the story and just keep raking in all of the commissions that, you know, don't really count towards the towards your commission list for the day. Milk steamed egg. We've never seen that before, but perhaps maybe we can learn how to make it. Actually, did we get... No, actually, these are all to do with the event as well. Goodness me. There's so many of them. I'll do the dried sandakudas then. We don't really use the drying rack very often, do we? Maybe I should do some more dried sandakudas. Why not? There doesn't seem to be a lot of options for things that we can make from the drying rack. It's only a few. Sugar-fried chestnuts, sure, let's maybe make a few. And can I experiment here? So we need egg, and it was like milk fried or something? Hang on, let me take a look. Milk steamed. So to be with a steamer, we need some milk, obviously, and then we need some eggs. Hey! Alright. So we should have at least one now, but we should be able to make more of them. And yeah, it's literally just eggs and milk. So we'll make a few more. I think the sugar-fried chestnuts we already know how to make. Alright, so... we've got so many commissions to do. It's ridiculous. Let's do... Yeah, I'm just trying to tag the people who have the most commissions. We'll go to Chi and Trudy. We'll complete these commissions initially. Hang on. We need a stage backdrop. Copper loudspeakers. We need to make those as well. Maybe from here? Ooh, okay. Need a few more copper bars, apparently. And we need more copper bars for this? Yeah, okay. Office chairs we should be able to make. Copper loudspeakers. Yep. But I need the copper for some more pencil holders as well. Premium wooden desks. Sure. Alright, let's just check on the furnace to see what the furnace is working on. Maybe we need to reprioritize stuff. So let's go with the copper, and we'll chuck granite tiles back in after that. But yeah, we should be able to come back to the copper once we're sort of done with a few other things here. So... stage backdrop is what we're looking for. Here we go. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. Oh, except for the fact that I don't have enough copper loudspeakers. Okay. Well, maybe I can come back to Trudy a little bit later. So, we'll untag Trudy. And who else needs stuff? Owen. And then Burgess. And I forgot, but I do want to swing by to Avio's shop. So we'll do that in a moment. Milk steamed egg. Oh yes, that's right. I don't have all of my milk steamed eggs just yet. Still coming. It'll take a while. Maybe I can go to Burgess first then. Yeah, a lot of things happening. I wonder if after you've completed all of the main quests and side quests, whether or not, you know, you get like heaps and heaps and heaps more of the commissions, and that you'd be constantly busy with those.
Howdy! Wow, thank you so much!
My title of Safety Inspector has changed, Blue. It doesn't mean much anymore, and that's okay, because now we're safe. Among everything I ever worried about when you came here, it's not a problem anymore.
Have a good day!
That's nice. It's nice to not have to worry about safety. But I guess Justice and Unsure, they probably still need to be around. You never know. Oh, I want to check on the Civil Core in a sec, guys, because, we had that really big cutscene with, Miguel. Okay, he's still here. I wonder if we'd actually get to see him off as they ship him to... I can't remember if it's going to be Atara or Tall Sky. Okay, so checking in with Chi. We'll hand over some of his commissions, and we'll swing by the workshop and then pick up more stuff for more commissions.
Well met.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Done and dusted. Let's go out this way. I feel like in this episode we've barely done any gathering and mining and stuff, unlike other episodes. Only one additional copper bar sitting over there, that's no good. Actually, maybe it might be in our storage box. Here we go. Alright, let's see. Still not enough for what we need. We do have a copper bar sort of just sitting over here though, right? I may actually do copper bars in this one as well. That way, really just speeding things up. And if I cancel this, I might actually get a few copper bars back. And that's a good thing. Brilliant. I think that's all we need, so let's complete our order. And we'll just quickly make sure that we have everything before we leave. Oh, hang on, what's this? Stage support. Right. Good. Yeah, I think we have everything that we need, so let's head on out. We'll see Owen first, and then we'll have a chat with Trudy, and we'll speak to her about the guest list, and we'll see what happens next. But yeah, I reckon the next cab off the rank should be Pablo's runway thing. So we'll try and get that done.
Hey there. Thank you. Thank you. I haven't seen Sandrock this lively for a while. I'm kind of excited too. I really think Pablo can pull this off. Alright, catch you next time.
Okay. So he's talking about Pablo's stuff. I wonder if our friend, I forget his name. The guy who was the investigator, always had like this thing with like animals being spies and stuff. And he turned out to be right. Various paintings adorn the wall. Owen really takes care of his guests. This room comes equipped with a desk for the most hard-working of guests. There is a book by... I can't pronounce that. Qin Shang? What is a builder, really? Which is about the psychology of builders. Scary. There you go. Unsure?
Hello. I've never been to a fashion show before. Think if I gave Wilson a little hat and sunglasses, he'd win?
Wilson? I guess one of his rocks. Even moss grows on a rolling stone, eventually.
Catch you later.
Captain? And you can have a nice... I mean, maybe he'd like a dried sandakuda. But don't I have those shiny opals or whatever? Maybe I don't. Huh. Maybe I've stashed them away. But anyway, I think we can still give the Sandakuda. +8. That's not too bad. Trudy?
I see. Wow, quite the guest list. Do you think they're all really going to show up? I ended up doing a bit of poking around myself. Cooper asked me to find his old jam band he played with in Walnut Grove 20 years ago. But the only clue he gave me to contact them was they're married to the sea now. Jensen asked me to find Dylan, the father of modern trains, but with the caveat that he'd only appear if we make the party a 5-train minimum. So that's out. In any case, glad you had more luck than me. I'll put all these names on the list. Expect your own invite soon as well.
Cool. Oh yes, and the commissions. Almost forgot about that.
Thank you.
Just in case we weren't already rolling in money, we are going to be rolling in money right now.
Thank you.
And experience, apparently.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, I do want to go to Avio's store. Buy one of these again. And do I want to buy anything else? I could buy a toy mobile suit. I wonder if Chi would like a toy mobile suit if we gave it to him. He could be into it. Right. Anyway, off we go. And I am going to head back to the workshop. And we're going to build Pablo's runway. Hopefully it's not going to be too complex to make. But once that's done, I think we might be calling it an episode, guys. We'll probably have to install the catwalk somewhere. But that probably will happen in the next episode. A lot of stuff seems to have happened in this episode. I mean, it was probably just the one announcement thing, but I feel like off the back of that, we've done a lot of stuff, including a lot of those commissions for upcoming events. So much so that I feel like we've really been ignoring what's going on here at our own workshop, so let's actually just tidy a few things up. The food situation is still looking okay, so I can afford to come back to that. Might go with cactuses this time. And I might do mushrooms. Oh, actually, I do have some mushrooms already growing. So maybe... I don't know, what do we have going in here? Leeks. I guess I could do raspberry again. Let's do the sweet potato pepper. Okay, looking good. Hopefully we'll get more of those sandworms soon. I do have wheat seeds on me. I guess we ran out at some point. Let me just quickly stash that. Okay, looking good. Is there anything that I want to put in that spot? Maybe the trap. Pablo's catwalk. Let's see what we need for that. Or the runway, rather. Brilliant. Okay, so that's done. And now, just need to check out what we need to do here. Okay, we just need to speak to Pablo about it. I'm guessing he might actually tell us that the event will happen in a few days. So, I'm thinking maybe just the last few minutes of this episode we can spend, once again, decorating. Because I do have that extra light. So yeah, let's get that in. I want to get it in right there, so I guess I need to take that down first. Actually, my bad. I should be able to just move it, right? There we go. Okay. I find positioning your camera in this view is kind of difficult to do. Take that. I sort of want to maybe make a little bit more space here. We have a rug. Yes, we do. Wonder why I can't access this thing. Desert photograph. Pick that up. Okay, can't interact with that surface. Okay, we have the bed here. I guess this might be like a guest bedroom, right above the main living space. Yeah, I'm really having trouble trying to pick up a lot of these things that are on the wall. This elegant small lamp, is that not something that I can place down onto surfaces? Because it seems weird that it would be sitting on the floor. Coffee table. Cabinet. I think it makes sense to have a cabinet somewhere here. I just don't know if we can interact with that. I might actually play around. Oh yeah, okay. So we can put some stuff and display things there. Aloes ore. We've got a few books that we can perhaps maybe put down. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Okay guys, sorry about that little cut there. Just had something come up. But I'm just looking around a little bit more for stuff that we can do right now in terms of decoration. I'm not entirely sure about the hydrangeas here, and whether or not I want like exactly the same thing. Let me put that in my inventory, and I wonder if there's something else that I can put here that's similar. Maybe a pot plant like this, so let's put that down instead. Might look nice. Oh yes, and it's even bigger as well. So what we might be able to do is actually take that and move that across this way. Maybe. I need some more chairs as well. So I might need to source some more chairs. Do I actually have any chairs in my inventory? Maybe not. A square table. I sort of feel like perhaps I need to start considering, you know, checking out what other people have done with their spaces to get some ideas. Bookcase. Yeah, I think a bookcase should go somewhere. But so far, things are looking like really, really limited when it comes to furnishings that are available to us. Banquet table. I don't know about having a banquet table, actually. Banquet... Oh, okay. Oh, that is massive, isn't it? There are, like, lamps and everything. Yeah, I don't know about that one, guys. Maybe I'll come back to that. I know I bought it, but, you know, I'm not married to the idea of having that, so... The only other thing that I am kind of certain is to perhaps have a coffee table out here on the balcony, along with a few more chairs, you know? Yeah, I think this will look quite nice. So we'll leave it there, and then we'll have, like, I don't know, 6 chairs surrounding it or something. We could put other stuff out here as well. The question is, what? What should we put out here? Painted pottery. This thing is gigantic. Golden belt, again, something that you would have to hang. Maybe the golden belt is something that goes into our room. Have I not checked the mail? No, okay, this is just our own stuff. Close all? What does that even mean? I guess maybe you can turn off all lights all at the same time or something. Alright, let me just chuck that in our inventory for a second, and then I'm thinking we want to maybe move the clock slightly. Maybe there. And now we get that lamp back in. Okay, and the lazy sofa, I think, can go in here somewhere. Yeah, it's a shame that you can't really utilize the space underneath the stairs. I feel like that's a missed opportunity. Have a little stool in here, just in case we need to reach high places. The golden belt. I think this will look cool somewhere here. It's a little thing to commemorate with. Can we decorate on top of that? Because the old trophy might go well somewhere there. Maybe we can. Oh, okay. Maybe not. I guess we can't have exactly the things that I want in the places that I want them to be in. Maybe we can do something like that. Oh, okay, the letter actually stands. Okay, okay, that doesn't look right. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. I'm guessing if we add like a book, it'll be to the side. Maybe we can do that. Maybe one of these ones. What does that say? Revengers. Okay. Anyway, that doesn't look too bad. Yeah, trying my best, guys, to decorate as best I can, but I'm feeling like our freedoms of decoration are actually quite limited. Alright, let's have a sleep. And I think we might be calling it an episode here, guys. So, obviously, with the runway done, we do need to speak to Pablo, but I'm gonna do that when we come back in the next episode. And hopefully, it doesn't clash too much with the timing of the opening of... Oh my god, so many people want to speak to us. There's so much stuff happening, apparently. Alright, when we come back, we're gonna have to speak to all these people and find out what's going on. But I'm signing out here for the time being, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like down below. Stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.